So BoldeReach is an organization of women who are dedicated to helping women and children in dire need. We've created a group of women who really feel that they're citizens of the world and that our caring is what makes a difference. And so each year we pick an organization that we have vetted, that we know does good work, and for 1 year we support them. We put all our energy into creating a total partnership and raise money for them for 1 year. And each year we pick a new beneficiary, and it's been an amazing process. We have met incredible people along the way.
So the way that it works, and this grew out of our first experience, is we get a lot of volunteers together. We put together a wonderful, very fun event with all volunteer labor, so there's very little cost. It's 7 cents to the dollar of cost. We cook our own food. We cook for 300 people.
The other success factor is that they get the recipient to help generate excitement about the event, to help invite people to the event, to make sure that it's really successful, to set up education rooms in the house where people can learn about the project, ask questions, and just get excited about where their money's going.
We do work very closely with our beneficiaries as we're preparing the gala so that we can be sure that we are highlighting and showcasing and educating people about the work that they're doing.
And the way they set it up, they completely transformed the garage into a wonderful eating space. The food was extraordinary and beautiful. They sold tickets, far beyond what we thought would happen. And it just ran really smoothly.
After we figure out all all of the costing and we get all the monies in, we have a check. We call it a check presentation.
A celebration,
ceremony.
really.
Yeah, a big celebration, and it's always very heartwarming, and it feels wonderful.
So this year, the check presentation, we were able to show a check for $105,000. Our proceeds have grown exponentially over the last few years, and we're so pleased.
What BoldeReach turned up, I believe, in looking at Water for People is that we're succeeding. And we really liked that, having that kind of feather in our cap that BoldeReach had acknowledged us for an organization where their money would really have impact.
What we were able to do in that year beyond what we thought we could. So we were able to expand our goals, to over 1,000 more people that we could reach that year than we thought we could. And that's really the power of BoldeReach.
People are really trusting us. I think we have good visibility in the community now, and people are trusting us that we are good stewards of their money, as you said.
That's right. That's a very good point. I think we are becoming much more recognizable and much more visible in the community. And in fact, we've had people who've wanted to try to match our success rate because we are able to return over 90 cents to every dollar for the cause that we're supporting. And that's hard to match. So people have been very impressed with that, I think.
I think one of the things that's so difficult for people is if you look at the world, it's overwhelming, the issues and problems and disasters. And as an individual, it looks like maybe nothing you do makes a difference. And we're about you make a difference. So we are very clear with people where their money goes. We report back. Like in 6 or 8 months, we give them reports that say, you gave us your money, we told you we're going to do this with it, and here's exactly what we did. Here's wells in, Africa. Here's microcredit banks in Peru. We did a school in Nepal where families are so poor, they sell their daughters into brothels in India. And so we did a school where they could learn how to sew so that they could make money for their family and not be a liability for the family. So it didn't save every child in Nepal, it didn't drill wells in every village in Africa, but I can tell you exactly the ones that it did save.
We're all volunteer, we have no staff, we have no location, no office.
That's right.
We're a virtual community, basically.
That's right. So we have no overhead costs whatsoever. And we're very proud of that and want to keep it that way. And that's why expanding to other communities is so important, because it's the only way that we can expand our reach beyond this community and beyond our own volunteer group.
Our fantasy now is to have BoldeReaches all over the world, wherever there are women who care about women and children in places that are in desperate need.
This is something that's replicatable.
Yes.
We were just a group of friends and women, people who, some of us didn't know each other, yet we came together around a common mission, a common passion. We have created this, and now we'd like to expand it, because that's the way that it can have the most impact. If we can do it here, and there can be one in Denver, and there can be one in Chicago, instead of raising 100,000 in a year, we're raising 1 million in a year. And if those all expand like amoeba, then you've got 10 million in a year and 100 million in a year. And think of it, and it's just women doing what is a fabulous, fun project together.
Exactly.
For the benefit of women and children.
It gives people in the local community in Boulder an opportunity to see projects and work that is being done in other countries. I think it expands people's worlds. And so I think that they do a great community job, but it also does a great thing for women and children all over the world. It brings us all together.
Well, in Boulder itself, one way to get involved is to come to our conversations. They happen every month. We bring in, as we talked about, people from all over the community. All you have to do is speak up, and you're invited to participate. For people around the country, we're hoping that we'll be able to make many, many more connections by talking about what we do. We're asking everybody we know to talk to everybody they know to see if they're interested.
And we'd be happy to come out and talk to them about what we've done. We have an extraordinary manual that we've put together that shows people all of the elements that they can take from little to big, start small and grow, or do just a part to form their own BoldeReach in their own communities.
Yeah, very, very easy. And I think the other thing is, so many people think that philanthropy or charity, in order to be involved, you have to be wealthy. You have to be able to write a big check. And that is not true. I mean, if you have time, if you have talent, if you have any wherewithal, if you just, every single thing is so appreciated. And really the money has come as a result of all the hard work.
Well, I think the important thing about an organization like BoldeReach is that it allows women who are still either in the workforce, they have families at home, they can't just drop everything they're doing, and yet they want to do something that is important, that makes a difference. And BoldeReach does make a difference. And so they can be involved with this organization and commit to doing one piece of it. The women in Boulder supported the women in Guatemala, and many of those women in Boulder will never go to Guatemala. They will never be able to. They would never have heard of the organization. And yet they have changed a family's life, a village life. They've made a huge impact in the world.
And to think that 10 women just through having fun together and working together for this specific goal, have raised over $500,000 in 5 years.
Yeah.
Anyone can do that.
Yeah.